I'm the type of person that like beats myself up when I feel like I'm giving myself too much lazy time. But lazy time is the most important time.
Yeah.
Trust me, taking 3 days off, do nothing. Literally just watch Netflix, just be a blob on your couch. The fourth day, you're going to wake up full of energy, new ideas.
Welcome to the Get Exposed Show. I'm your host, Ose Odea. And today I have a wonderful guest with me.
Kenza Kayati, also go by KK.
A DJ, a producer, a daddy's girl. The Instagram model, but not in the way you think.
Oh, what an introduction, to be honest.
She's also a Capricorn, in case you wanted to have that little bit of information.
Yeah, that's important.
Today, we're going to be talking about taking new steps.
Yes.
It comes to a point in your life, in your career, in your relationship, where you just have to take the next step. It doesn't necessarily have to be better than your last, but as long as it brings out something new in you, as long as it's a different thing, something you're new to, we all need to take the next step. KK is going to be taking us on her life's journey, how she has gone from wanting to be a musician, being a fashion model, being a DJ, being an Instagram model, not in the way you're thinking, and now a producer who's about to release an EP.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, KK.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here, especially to be here with my dear friend. Like Ose said, I'm going to be releasing my EP, but came a long way till I got there, really. Since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a musician. My dream was mainly to be a singer.
To be a singer?
I actually thought I had what it takes to be a singer. When I was younger, I was taking music classes, singing. But as I grew older, I just didn't feel like I had what it takes to be a singer.
Would you touch ground on that? What was an experience you had that made you think or realize that?
I don't know. I wasn't so much in tune with my voice, but I did know that I wanted to be a musician. I just love the idea of making people feel things through music.
Yeah.
I just didn't know exactly how to do it until I discovered DJing.
When did you discover DJing?
Well, obviously I always knew DJs existed, but I never knew that I wanted to be one. I would say that it was when I moved back to Dubai from Paris.
Oh, you used to live in Paris?
Yeah, I used to live in Paris. I lived there for a year and a half. I moved back from Paris to Dubai a little bit before COVID, and I started becoming friends with DJs in the city.
So you were a party girl?
Yeah, I was a party gal. Got close to a DJ and just realized that I wanted his job.
You got close to a DJ?
Yeah, I did.
What does that mean? Can you explain a little bit further?
I fell for a DJ. I thought I fell for him. I realized that I fell for his job.
Oh my God. You were like a sound digger.
Yeah,
like
I came for his job. It just hit me. I was like, oh my God. This is what I want to do. This is fire. Shortly after, COVID came and I was like, this is the perfect time because we're going to be home, lockdown. I went to Virgin Megastore, bought my first ever controller, bought everything I needed, locked myself in my room. I'm just going to teach myself how to use this, how to become a DJ. I started out as a Afrobeat hip hop DJ. My surrounding back at that time was very Afro, hip hop. This is what the people liked. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And the more I kind of mixed hip hop, Afrobeat, I started doing private parties, private yacht parties. But slowly I realized that this is not the type of music that speaks to me the most when I'm playing.
Yeah.
I would just get bored and it just felt like it wasn't really me. Mm-hmm. And that's when the shift to deep house, techno came along.
So you were doing the Afrobeat for the people, but now you're doing deep house for you.
For myself.
Word.
This is really important because for the first time ever, I feel like I am fully pleasing myself. I used to really please people, trying to fit into what the people liked. Yeah. And then I was like, Kenza, like, what is your sound? What do you like? Because I was a fan of deep house techno from a long time. I mean, in Paris, I used to only go to techno, deep house clubs. I was more in tune with myself. That's when I created this page where I would go and film sets around.
About that.
Yeah.
They used to make those sets and it was called Afrotopia.
Yes.
Back then, when I met you, you used to mix Afrobeats.
Yeah.
More often. And then you went for this cleansing trip in Tunisia in March. Was it March?
Yes, it was in March, exactly.
And then came back and changed
Everything changed. It's actually very funny that you mentioned that trip because it was literally that trip that shifted everything for me. I had been really like through a lot of personal problems, relationship, also a lot of family stress for the past 2 years. When I went for that trip, to visit my parents, I was really trying to understand myself a bit more.
Yeah.
And that's, I came back to Dubai and I completely shifted everything. Now I have to do what I really want to do. Shortly after, that's when I started working on my EP. That was April, May. I want to make my own music because I love techno. This is what I play, but
Yeah.
I still can't find the exact sound. And this is what I'm trying to do with my EP. I'm really trying to make something different, something that sounds new. The genre is there, but I want my own touch. Just to bring it back about Afrotopia that now shifted to interworld music. The name change made sense because before it was more Afrobeat. I'm a piano, now we're more techno, so had to find a name that fits the vibe. And I picked interworld because I'm literally trying to create a world that's new between the worlds that we know today. That's the whole point of the name, Interworld. It's focused on melodic techno.
I like that you put a lot of thoughts behind your stuff. But earlier you said you bought your DJ stuff from Virgin Mega Store during the lockdown.
Yeah.
How was that? What were the things you had to do, you had to learn to become a DJ? I'm assuming I can't just go into Virgin right now, get a DJ set up and start DJing. Like, what were the things you had to do to actually be a good DJ?
Well, I'm going to say it really honest. You're going to suck. You're going to suck so bad in the beginning. You're going to be terrible. It takes a lot of, I would say, to become a DJ, you need a lot of patience and a lot of time. You need to put a lot of time into practicing, into learning, watching. At least for me, I was really watching tutorials. Also, when I would go to the clubs, and I feel like some of the DJs in Dubai notice this about me, I would just go and just be staring at what they're doing because I want to see what they do, how they do things. And I feel that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of observation, practice, a lot of time, patience. Because like I said, you're going to suck in the beginning and it's going to sound messy. But with time, and if you really put time into it, you can make it. You can definitely be a DJ. And obviously there has to be some talent behind that. You need to have some music taste. That's all very important. But I'm talking about the technical skills need a lot of time, research and time. Definitely.
Cool. Before you became a DJ, before you became an Instagram model in 2016, 2017, you opened a fashion show. You worked with a makeup artist, Vim Jishi.
Yes, Vimi Joshi. Yeah. She was working with MAC Cosmetics.
She has done stuff for Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
She has done stuff for celebrities like Manjimbo, Black Eyed Peas, all of that.
Yes.
You also had a shoot with Mock Santos.
Yes.
With MMG.
Yeah. Really done your research.
And he's a good photographer. I mean, he has shot
really
Harper's Bazaar, he has shot Vogue.
Yeah, he's pretty big here.
And then, as if that wasn't enough, you ended up on national TV displaying for a designer.
Traditional clothes,
And all of this stuff was going on in your modeling life. What made you take the next step into DJing? Why didn't you just continue being a model? Because you had a really good start as far as I'm concerned.
I really like that you mentioned that. I think that anybody who knows me knows that I've always been one step in the music world and another step in the fashion world.
They go together.
They really, for me, I want to do both. Even now with DJing, my dream one day is to be a brand ambassador for a couple brands, follow that Peggy Goo path. I started modeling just because I was really into fashion and I kind of wanted to be part of the fashion world. And well, modeling came to me when I moved to Dubai. I was 14 and I was just called to do a photo shoot and I did it and I kind of got into it without even really wanting to, if I can say it that way.
You're chosen.
It just happened and I was modeling here and there, doing catwalks, but it wasn't that big. I knew that it wasn't the career path that I wanted to follow through for a long time.
Yeah.
I always knew that my main career had to be something related to music. Fashion will come as a bonus, as a plus side. That's exactly what I'm aiming now. The fashion side is always there. I definitely want to be part of the fashion industry, but more of a, like, if I can say, a fashion icon.
Yeah, I feel you. The reason why I chose to interview you was when you look back at your life, you're always taking a step forward, even if it was year by year, you were doing something new. But what was constant within all of that is that you always travel.
Yeah, I love traveling.
You travel a lot.
This is why I love DJing. It's because I definitely want to tour the world. Traveling is fascinating. To
just
be able to do
picking-
that and also do what you love, that's the best package. Like, you can't ask for more.
You're just gathering all these cultures. You're gathering
Yes.
people's energies from different
Yes.
parts of the world. And then I think it adds to you. It makes
Yeah.
it unique because you have that eye, you have that ear. You kind of know what a man in Paris will vibe to and what a woman in Greece will vibe to.
Yeah.
And you can add all of that to your bag.
Yep.
And it's very, very lucky that you're in Dubai where all of those people are here.
Exactly. It's like a
in the
fusion.
same- so this is really a good home for you as a DJ.
Yes.
I feel like Dubai is a good place. Do you feel like that?
I definitely feel like Dubai is a good place. This is a very important point, especially for techno music. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a huge, and when I say huge crowd, really huge crowd of people who really love techno. The supply of techno events, techno parties is not big. There's a lot of opportunities there. And that's why I think that Dubai is a good place to start off. I'm very, very excited to see where I'm going to go in my career.
It's time for the lightning round.
It's time to get shit started.
I'm going to be asking
Let's
you
get cracking.
13 questions. I need to answer as fast as possible. Texting or talking?
Texting.
Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Favorite city in the world besides the one you live in?
Paris.
The nickname your parents used to call you?
Kenzo with the O.
What's the last song you listened to?
Dance With Me by Kevin DeVries. I don't know if it's the last one, but it's been on repeat.
Would you rather be able to speak every single language in the world or would you be able to talk to animals?
Speak every language in the world so I can know what people are bullshitting about me around me.
I think I care about what animals are saying about us.
And communicating with animals, I don't know. Maybe communicating with my dog, that would be
Like you
cool.
can have an army. You can just talk to all the dogs in the neighborhood and they'll be like, yo.
Yeah, actually, that's cool. I'd love
You
to
know?
talk to dogs. Okay, I take it back.
What's your favorite holiday?
Summer break.
How long does it take you to get ready?
I'd say an hour and a half. You would expect me to take longer.
I take less than an hour. When I'm getting ready, I do my skin.
You actually do your skin.
Yeah.
Wow. I really respect that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
I would say a 10. Anyone who sat in my passenger seat knows that I'm a safe but reckless driver at the same time.
Can you be safe and reckless at the same
I
time?
think you just need to sit in my passenger seat, then you'll understand what I mean.
At what age do you want to retire?
This is a tough question. I don't think I want to retire that early because I would love to do music for a while, but
When you
ideally
say
I'd
a
like to be
while-
financially stable in
What
my
is-
late 20s, early 30s.
What is financially stable?
Millionaire or something.
You want to have $1 million to be financially stable. You
No, not a million. Millions.
want to have millions of dollars to be financially stable.
Yeah.
Some people are looking for the next 1,000 to be stable in their lives, and Kenza here wants millions, not a million, to be financially stable.
You know, to be financially comfortable.
I mean, everyone wants that, but
Goal.
I like that. Invisibility or super strength? Which will you choose?
Invisibility?
Or super strength?
Invisibility.
Why?
Oh. I'm not gonna answer that question.
So, who inspires you?
Myself? I want to be honest. I am sometimes really inspired by myself. The creative
How?
things I come up with, I'm just like, damn.
So, how did you find your own style?
By trying. trying different things.
What do you mean trying? Do you mean like you shop for like months and then try
Yeah,
everything
like you
and then
chop
see what
things.
you like?
It takes a while to kind of find your own look and what suits you. Now, I would say I have found the specific brands that I like to shop from that, you know, serve my style, but it took me a long way to get here. 2 years ago, I would say I didn't really have that much style. Like,
Yeah?
I don't know. Yeah.
You started popping off in 2020?
Yeah. I'd say 2 years ago, I started looking a bit more fly. Before, I was more like just focused on looking all cute and girly.
That's one of the
Like,
things I like about you. Every single year since 2017, you have been leveling up in fashion, in style,
true. Very
in
true.
music. Anyone who has a good eye will know that, okay, she's heading somewhere. She's not stuck in a place.
I'm
She's always
glad you
moving,
see
you know?
that.
She's not necessarily doing something better every year, but doing something different, something cool, something that brings out something else in you.
Yeah, I'm constantly changing. 2 years ago, I was not the same person. So
Yeah.
I'm always also adapting my styles,
Yeah.
adapting everything to who I am.
Yeah, that's cool. That's it for the lightning round, guys. This podcast is all chill. We go with the vibes. Nothing is predetermined. I felt like asking more questions, and it felt good. We shall continue Kenza's story. Ciao. So, if you were to choose, what city will you choose right now as the next city for you?
Paris.
outside Dubai? Paris?
Paris. I've said Paris so many times. You know why? Because I just think that the parties there it's just another energy, another vibe. It's a city that combines both music and fashion. It speaks to me.
Describe that.
I'd love to be there because, for example, right now it's Paris Fashion Week. And I'm like watching the stories. God damn, like I want to be there. Just being in Paris, you'll be able to do your music and be able to go to Paris Fashion Week, go to these events. It's also an amazing place to meet people, get more opportunities. Paris for me is definitely the next step.
You have an artistic path in life, not a corporate one.
Yeah, definitely not.
How will you say your parents, did they support you or were they skeptical? Describe the kind of relationships you had with your parents.
I'm very fortunate because even when I started modeling, they could have said no. I was 14 years old, but I've always been very obedient. I grew up being a very obedient kid. So in my mind, I had to be the best student in school. I had to get the best grades and I was determined to finish until college because that's what my parents wanted for me. They wanted me to have a degree. So I mainly did it because I wanted to please them. They knew that I was bound to be more of a musician, artist. They knew that I wasn't going to end up in the corporate world. And they financially supported me, emotionally supported me. Till today, they believe that I can go very, very far. I mean, my father's dream was to be a DJ. He's living that dream through me. And that's what he said to me yesterday. He's like, I am living my dream through you. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot to me that my dad, he got married very young and had kids really early. So he couldn't really pursue his dreams. He really had to be a father, a husband really early. So he couldn't really just sacrifice everything and be a DJ. I'm very fortunate to be young and have my parents on my side supporting me in every way. My brother also, I have to mention my brother because my brother, how can I say, my right arm, left arm, I don't know, one of the arms, maybe a little bit of both. He's also very, very supportive. I mean, yeah, my whole family is very supportive of me. I think that I should not be doing anything else. I'm happy that they're with me in this journey.
That's dope. That's very lucky because some people, some of us, we do not have parents who believe in the art world and the sports world.
It's very risky. Some parents are just like, you can't make a living off of that.
I get the point. But then the greatest people in life are the ones that took the biggest risk. Sometimes they have to understand that. And in your case, you're very lucky. Your parents just understood it from the beginning.
Yes.
You feel me? So shout out to the KK family.
Shout out to you guys. Love you.
Yeah. 2019, 2020, you start DJing at parties. You did a launch event for a lounge. Funny thing is that you were DJing on 2 boats.
Yeah, I was DJing on 2 boats.
How in the bleep did you do that?
First of all, honestly, if I remember that day correctly, I was stressed. I was, how can I say it in a polite way, like shitting myself? Because I was just like, I don't think I'm ready for this, you know? I go there and it's Dubai summer. It was July, I think. My computer was overheating. What the hell are we going to do? How are we going to play? Yeah. And then I figured out the famous trick, apparently, of putting an ice bag under the computer so it doesn't overheat. Had to figure that out all on the spot. There was a lot of influencers on that boat. I was kind of intimidated, to be honest. Playing on 2 boats was really a dope thing. I mean, how did we do it? There was just cables going onto the other boat with speakers there. That was the first time I ever played in a public setting. Yeah, I'm proud of it, honestly.
After that, obviously, you've gone on to DJ for other parties at their stores. I forgot the name of his local brand.
She was a very kind lady. She was local and she had an opening for her brand. It was a 3-day event and I was DJing. There was also another Nora who opened her gym called Round. Yeah. Round.ae, and I did the opening. So I was really working a lot with local brands for their event openings.
Yeah. You just got residency at Tancha's, innit?
Yes.
As a DJ, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Tell her congratulations in the comment section on social media. Follow her. I'm going to drop her social media after the episode. But obviously, you've gotten it by now. It's Kenza Kayati.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us about that.
Super stoked. Honestly, this is like a new restaurant called Tancha. It's a Michelin guide restaurant. They won an award for their food. The food is just exquisite. It's a Chinese fusion restaurant.
Tell us the process of getting there. How did you do that? Did you email someone? Did someone contact you?
Basically, a good friend of mine. Shout out to you, Tony. Tony Mendez. He's a DJ too. He was the resident DJ at Tansha, and he was the music director. So he posted an Instagram story. Grateful to Instagram, looking for DJs. So I replied to the story, hey, yo, I'm interested. Just because I always felt my vibe fit the place. They play deep house, organic house. This place is perfect for me. So I texted him and he was like, hey, you have to record some mixes for me and send them over and I'll let you know. So I recorded one mix. He told me to send another one. And then he told me to send another one. Ended up recording 3.
Did you feel like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Just felt like I wasn't gonna get it. I haven't heard from him for like 6 days. And then he texts me after 6 days, come to the restaurant. I want to meet you. I pull up to the restaurant and they already have an offer for me. And I was going to the restaurant going like, didn't expect it to all just unfold so quickly.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so this is the offer. This is your start date. Da, da, da. I'm like,
Yeah,
for real?
That
I was super happy. Introduced me to the staff. Amazing team. I'm really, really excited to be working with them. This is a new project, a new name. It's not really a franchise. So it's exciting to be part of something that you yourself can grow with and build.
You said before that, you had to send him recordings. He called you to meet up with him. Have you had any experiences in the industry where you felt people were just wasting your time?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I hope that some of the people that are watching can identify themselves also. I've had a lot of moments. For example, there was this one time, like, I'm not going to say names. I'm just going to say this person.
Give him a name. Don't say his name, but give him a name so we can follow the
I
story.
don't know. What should we call him? I don't know.
What should we call him?
Call him Jason.
Let's call him Jason.
Okay. Jason texts me, goes like, we have this opportunity for you. There's this event for this specific brand I cannot mention.
Yeah.
We want you to DJ the event, but we need to discuss this face to face. Let's go for dinner. I was like, can we just go for coffee? I'd rather go for coffee if we're going to discuss work.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, it has to be dinner. I'm busy. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
See, and you have time for dinner, but not coffee.
Exactly. I go to the dinner and it just seemed like this person was just not focused on anything professional. We are there to discuss business, to discuss this event. He had not mentioned this opportunity up until I asked. 1 hour into the dinner, I'm just like, okay, so maybe we should talk about, I just understood immediately that this person just met up with me just to meet up with me. And I think that this is something probably a lot of female DJs struggle with, and maybe male DJs too, honestly. I don't know. Maybe some women want to waste their time. Yeah, artists in general. I've had this a lot where people would just text me about, they would basically use the work opportunity as a way to get to know me on another level. There are definitely a lot of time wasters. If I have to cut it short.
There's the kind of pros and cons of being an artist. Sometimes you get experiences like this.
Yes.
But you never know, because there's also some times where the person's actually
it's like
talking
that,
about work, but then the work doesn't go through somehow. And it's cool. That's not a waste of time. It leads you to your final destination. And all of that led you to being a resident DJ at Tanchas now. So at the end of the day, it was kind of worth it. So just don't close your head and be like, if you're not 100% serious. Some people like to meet up because they're going to be working with you for a long time. Some people might want to see your vibes. Maybe some people are conditioned, and that's the way it should be. These are some of the things as artists that we have to face. We have to give our time to people.
I just wanted to add about that. As a DJ also, I think it's very important to be very open and social with people. Like, you have to be friendly in a way. You never know who will give you an opportunity.
Exactly. You don't know who is who.
Yeah. And for me, this is something that's kind of draining, if I have to be completely honest, because I'm a very closed up person. I don't like to talk a lot. I'm very introverted. This is something I try to work on a lot, just to be always kind with everybody, make as many connections as possible.
It's who you know, not what you can do.
Oh yeah, 100%. Who you know can literally take you from one place to another like this quick. The biggest advice is really to just always try to make as many connections as possible. Obviously be selective about who really matters, who doesn't. This is definitely a very key point that you raised.
Exactly. Talent is never enough. If you just know people and you're not good, you'll be wasting that resource you have.
Yes, exactly.
If you just have talent and you don't know people, you're kind of wasting that talent.
Yeah.
You need to be good at what you do, and you need to go out there and form networks. You mustn't cry on their shoulder. But it'd be cool. Have good energy. Let everyone have a good remark. If they mention your name in the room, like, oh, she's cool.
Exactly. You want everybody to be like, hey, like that chick, she's dope, man. You should book her for this. You should book her for that. Yeah, that's what you want.
That's the kind of energy you want.
Yeah.
Don't be rude. Even if I am not, for example, the owner of a brand. The owner of the brand might be my friend.
Exactly.
And he wants to work with you. And I'd be like,
Exactly.
a girl is hella rude. And that just ruins everything you worked for up to that moment. Just be nice to everyone. You mustn't accommodate everyone to your personal life. But as much as possible, just be nice. And that's it. There's some artists that have shouted you recently, like Rema, Ross Millions. Like, they've been feeling your stuff. Kind of part of the music industry, being a DJ and promoting songs.
100%. I mean, DJs and artists have this close connection
Yeah.
because artists would not be where they are if DJs aren't playing their songs. So for me, most of the time I was just like sharing their music. I vibed with their music. And also, well, if they repost me, that's going to get me exposure. So
Yeah.
let's be honest. These are things we care about nowadays. Your followers, who follows you, your Instagram. And this is key also as DJs to care about your look, the way you
Networking.
look.
Exactly.
Your Instagram, this how you market yourself.
Yeah.
How you market yourself is gonna make the difference. So many talented DJs out there don't know how to market themselves, and well, look at them. They're just stuck in the same place for years.
Almost all DJs I've met that are like good. They have something about them, their energy or their fashion sense.
Yeah.
They have something, you feel me?
Fashion sense.
I remember when you did braids, it was so fire. Like, you look beautiful with braids. You should do it again.
I will do it again.
Adding those little things to yourself is an optional choice, obviously.
Yeah.
The way you present yourself, it will get you into those. It might not get you the meal, but it will definitely get you into those. And then it's up to your energy, your charisma, your talent that will get you the actual meal.
Maybe-
Don't you agree with that?
I do agree.
How has the relationship affected your career in DJing? Did you feel like it stopped you from taking the next step? Because when I was in a relationship, I did not know it was hindering me, but immediately I went out. I was like, damn, I was held back.
Well, if we're gonna get super personal, I haven't really been in a serious relationship. I think since 2019.
Sorry for all the guys who thought they were in a serious relationship with Kenza.
Yeah, you were not. Yeah. You were not. I've obviously had, how do we call them nowadays? Situations?
Situationships, yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there. You're hot, you're not, you're 10, you're 4, you're 6.
Yeah.
But if you thought you were in a relationship, guess what? You're not.
You're not.
So, wait, what were we talking?
How did it affect
How did it? Oh, yeah, okay.
your career as a DJ?
I think that my drive and ambition for my dream and what I want to be has basically, many guys are not ready to sign up to be in a relationship with someone who wants to go this far in their life. It
And
intimidates a lot of
especially
men.
A DJ who it's literally your job to be out there partying.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes, it has definitely hindered me, at least with many of the men who have been in my life. I just feel like it has always scared them.
Yeah.
This is why we never took the next step.
Yeah.
I just feel like many of them do not want to sign up for this. If this is how they feel, then I'm not gonna stop what I want to do because someone does not want to be with me because of what I want to do in life.
Yeah.
And it's not about DJing and being in the club. It's more like they always kind of feared the success that would come with it. They always feared that, like, if I do become successful, that things would change. You know what I mean? It's definitely affected my relationships. What I like about myself, if I can say it that way, is that I've always been inspired by the men in my life. They've always either inspired me, like, in my job.
Yeah.
I have been around DJs too. Through them, I kind of learned things. And yeah, there's also positive things. KK single, though.
Yeah, I was
Single
about
as
to
a
ask you, if you had to get a man, no one is perfect, but describe what you hope for your man to be.
The first thing that comes to mind is
Money!
no, I'm taking care of that. But first thing that comes to mind is really a kind and very big heart. This is really important to me. As cringy as it sounds, or like, I don't know, typical of an answer, that's very
That is
important.
not cringe at all.
It's rare nowadays to find
is rare.
someone who has genuine, pure intentions, and definitely a man who, it's not about the money. It's about the ambition, the drive. I want a man who is driven, who has a career path, who has ambitions, dreams.
As long as you're on the way.
Money comes and goes. You can date a man with money and he's making money with a certain way and he can lose it all the next day. Then you're left with what? Nothing. I want a man who has dreams, just like me. Someone who has
going
big
somewhere.
dreams, wants to go somewhere, intelligent, smart. This for me is the most important part. And obviously they have to be cute. You gotta be cute.
What's the minimum?
As a package, I want him to be a 10. But the percentage, if like, let's say he's 70% personality, 30% looks, that's fine.
Ada, 30% looks.
Yeah.
You date a man that looks 30% out of 100? I don't think I've ever met anyone who is 30%.
Maybe it's a bit exaggerated, but I'm just trying to say that looks matter, but not as much as what's inside, really. No, and in the most honest way, I could say it.
I think we can agree to that, but then the societal pressure
Yeah,
changes some people.
definitely. I didn't know we were getting personal.
It's got exposed show. This is what happens.
We
You
still
feel
haven't
me?
talked about my EP though.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But what are you wearing, girl?
What am I
You're looking
wearing?
extra fly. And I remember I sent you the brief and I told you to drip up, and you actually delivered. So tell us
Did
about
I?
it.
I'm happy because I felt like I under-delivered. I'm not gonna lie,
Damn,
but I'm happy.
She's been humble or proud. Which one? I think she's been proud. Yeah.
Nah, humble. This is very important to be humble. I'm wearing these Louis Vuitton sexy military boots.
That's the name of the shoe. Sexy military boots.
Nah, I just
Oh,
named it that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
just
Kenza for you.
my go-to pants. If you know me, if you've seen me, you know that these pants are on all the time. They're from Jaded London, cargo pants. This nice shirt is from Drôle de Monsieur.
Do the shoe.
Yeah, in my
Anyone that can pronounce that right, send me a voice message.
in my French
I
accent,
dare you.
it's Drôle de Monsieur, and topped with Isabelle Marant, and completed with a nice Isabelle Marant choker.
Glasses, girl. Don't forget.
Oh, the thing about these glasses, I'm not sure I want to share. I don't think I want y'all to go buy them. Honestly, I want to keep the exclusivity of these shades for myself.
Yeah, shades are important.
I'm going to share it because I think it's too late to buy them anyways.
Oh.
It's a collaboration between Moncler and Gentle Monster.
Moncler and Gentle Monster.
Moncler and Gentle Monster.
Moncler and Gentle
Very
Monster.
dope. My
Nice.
favorite
I
shades
love
of
Gentle
the moment.
Monster. Shit of fire.
Favorite shades of the moment.
Love them. Nice.
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Narcissist.
We already discussed. No, we
Narcissist.
already discussed this behind the scenes that I'm taking that jacket as down payment.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Ose always comes dripped up, your host of the show. I gotta represent. I'm wearing koi vegan leather loafers. One of a kind. This is my statement piece. I wear this when I want to make a statement. These are Eternal pants, but my boy Iman is a local brand based in Dubai. And I like it because of the branding. They got the Eternal logo by the calf,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
super
unusual.
cool.
And it hides your belt, which is cool. It brings out the head, but it just hides the skin of your belt, like the whole thing. And then this jacket is a vintage Zara leather jacket, which I adore.
Which
Then I'm
you are
just
going
wearing-
to give to me.
Billion. I'm going to charge you for that. Billion.
Nah, that's a down payment. I told you.
And of course, shades. The Prada glasses. I love them.
Dope.
It blacks out my eye, so like you can't even see me checking you out.
Can't see the vision.
You can't see the
You
vision.
can't see the vision.
God
This
it.
is why I'm always wearing shades.
Yeah.
Is because I'm always just trying to protect my vision.
Oh my God.
It's all jokes. The
Those
most
guys.
sarcastic person. I'm a very sarcastic person. I think all my friends, all the people that know me know that the way I talk. I mean, I'm a Capricorn. If we're gonna talk astrology now, like Capricorn is literally sarcasm at its finest.
Don't take it literally. But a shirt is ASOS. The tie is from Vintage of Capricorn. That's my girl's brand, Stanislava. Yeah, Vintage of Capricorn. That's the name of the
She a
brand.
Capricorn?
Yeah, she is a Capricorn.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah, and she sells like thrifted.
Of course, she's in fashion.
Thrifted stuff. And my rings are thrifted. I'll show you close up. You can probably see the close ups of everything now. So yeah, that's about fashion. It feels good. Where will you wear what you're wearing? What occasion?
I'd wear this to the restaurant, to the club. I always like to be comfortable when I'm outside, but I do like a good outfit. So
Yeah.
even if my outfit's not so comfortable, but it looks bomb,
Yeah.
I'm stepping out in that and suffering the whole night.
Yeah, you got
I do this all the time. And I get this a lot from my friends. They'd be like, are you comfortable? And I'm just like, it doesn't really matter. Do I look good? Really, honestly, comfort is important and can be sacrificed.
Personally, I won't wear this on a date because I think it's too much, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like you're trying too hard.
It might look
Yeah.
like I'm trying too hard, you know. But with a girl, if I'm going out with a girl, it mustn't be a date, a romantic date. You can go out with your friend. If I'm going out with a girl that has good fashion sense, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. And that's what we're wearing. That's where we're going to wear it to. Like I said, I'm not going to wear this for a day, but I would definitely go to a fashion event or an event where I know people are going to overdress. So I feel like I'm overdressing with them. You feel me?
Big drip Oze.
You know how it is. You know how it is. So Kenza,
Yes, sir.
you're taking the next step in your career,
I am taking very big
which
steps.
is making an EP. Can you talk to us about the why you're making an EP, who you're making an EP for, what made you make an EP, and how are you making an EP?
Well, this is the most fun part. Like I said previously, I decided to start making my own music just because I wanted to create my own sound. I'm a melodic techno DJ. I want to do something, make music that is my image, my identity. So it basically happened when my dear friend Devin, shout out to you, Devin Kasoko, fellow
Devin.
DJ, great person, genius
That's 5 grades.
too. Yeah, that's a lot of greats. So he told me to come to the studio. And I'm not going to lie, I was going to the studio feeling like, what the hell am I doing? I've never produced a track in my life. I don't know how to do that. I don't know anything. Zero knowledge. I go to the studio and we were supposed to meet for like an hour. And fast forward 7 hours later, we already had the track.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. We just started talking and he's like, so what's your vision? Show me some tracks, inspo tracks, references. I started showing him things. He's like, okay, let's get into it. We got into it. And first day we started working together. 7 hours later, we already had our first, I'm not even going to call it a track. As humble as I'm trying to be, it's really a banger. So this EP is going to consist of 4 different tracks, all produced by me and Devin. I'm working in Devin's studio because he has the equipment, he has the facilities, he has the technology. What we do is I basically play with the sounds. I try to search for the sounds. I say specifically what sounds I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And he's the one that puts it together. And I'm just watching and trying to learn, obviously, because he's been in the industry for much longer than me. He's also a very good mentor. So this is exciting.
How did you meet Devin?
At the club, partying. And most DJs I met in Dubai, I just all met them at the club. They're mutual friends. And actually, the first conversation we had was in the club.
Yeah.
In Soho Garden. He's like, what are you doing? I hear that you're a DJ. What's going on? I explained to him my path and he's like, well, you should pop by to the studio because techno DJs, most of them make their own music. And I was like, but Devin, I've never made music. I don't know how to do this. He's like, well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
To teach you, to work with you together. So yeah, this is a big project. Have big ambitions for it. I want to release it with a big label, hopefully. I'm not going to state names right now. There's big ideas. Release date, it's going to be in 2023. So next
So you should expect Kenza's
Yeah.
EP next year. You can follow her on social media so you don't miss that.
please.
At Kenza Kayati. The same on TikTok, Kenza Kayati.
SoundCloud too.
SoundCloud, Kenza Kayati. Yeah. But she's a hot girl on Instagram, so don't get intimidated. You know?
No, I'm just excited. I'm excited really to release this project because I want to share music with people. I want to make people feel things. And I really hope that with this EP, people can even get to know me more. I mean, the first track, for example, is inspired from a friendship relationship I've had. I'm going to be talking on that track. It's going to be my voice
You're
on
gonna
it.
be talking.
Yeah. It's going to be some vocals on there.
So she's actually living the dream of being a musician, low key.
Yeah.
And how was it sharing what you do with your family?
I think that was really the best part, just because going back to my family, obviously my family has been super supportive. My dad invested in me. He's the one that invested in this project with me. So he's part of this as much as I am. But I think I want to focus more on my mom with this specific story. My mom always knew that I was meant to be a musician, but she always had her fears because she knows that the industry, you know, can get dirty sometimes. She would rather not have her daughter working in festivals and clubs in the late hours. She always deemed it to be kind of unhealthy, and
dangerous, maybe.
Yeah, and dangerous too. So my mom, she was trying to support me, but in her eyes, I see that fear.
Yeah.
So the first time I showed my parents my first track and I was on a Zoom call with them, I could see my mom, like she finally understood that her daughter can't be doing anything else. Just seeing her super emotional and super proud of what I made. Nobody thought I could actually make this. She really told me there's nothing else you should be doing. And just hearing that from my mom was the ultimate That's it. I got the full support. My mom approves, my dad approves, my brother approves, family approves. It's exciting that they're also a part of this because after all, my family is really just, honestly, just everything to me. They're like my best friends. Everyone who kind of knows my dad or my family knows how close we are together. Like my dad is like my best friend, my mom too. So
as an artist, when you have your family supporting you, that's the biggest gift you can ask for.
Yes.
Not the family that support you after you've made it, but the ones that actually stick with you. The mod.
Yeah, from the beginning.
It's very rare, and I really pray that most families out there support their artistic children and not trying to always take the safe route, because who said the safe route is even safe?
Yes, exactly.
You know, what's the guarantee that your boy is going to do so good and get the job? Even if he does, is he or she happy?
Exactly.
Some parents really want to force, I make this mistake, my child is not going to make this mistake. But you need to make mistakes to grow, and your child has a different life than you.
Very well said.
So you can't try to control them too much.
100%. And I feel like as parents, listening to your kid tell you, this is what I want to do, at least for me, another day, if I'm ever blessed with kids, I would want to listen and see exactly what my kid wants to do. Because from a young age, you can really tell. For example, my brother is an architect, but since he was a kid, he was just so good at sketching things. It was a given. You know what I mean? That he was going to do something in that direction. So
connect your child's talents.
Yeah, observe your child and
observe
see.
your child, see what they're good at naturally, what they like. And to lead up to something if you support them eventually. I was also grateful my parents supported me whatever I was doing, as long as I was doing something for them. Like you said,
yes,
I was going to school for them.
Exactly. Yeah,
and also doing my thing. Yeah? Like the
listen, I'll go to school, you let me do what I want, okay?
Exactly.
Here's the degree now. Because I just want my degree, to be honest. I do appreciate school. I think school is important.
So you graduated in May, innit?
Yeah, just a couple months ago.
Where did you graduate from?
Business degree. I did half of my studies at the American University of Paris and half of my studies in American University of Dubai. And so I graduated from AUD, American University of Dubai.
That's very interesting because you turned 22 January 2nd or 3rd? 3rd, and you graduated in university at 22. That's such a feat.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations.
Pretty cool.
Most of us start uni at 22. That's cool. Now you have time.
Yeah, I told my parents, here's the degree. Now I'm gonna do me. With everything I've been doing lately, especially the new signing, all these things, they're kind of seeing it more clearly, and it feels good. Even you as a child, when your parents invest in you, give you money, give you this, that they start seeing results. For me, I already feel better because I see that my parents are like, okay, we are investing in a good project. Even if I'm their kid, I want them to put their money, and I'm gonna use their money in the right things.
She's daddy's girl and she's using daddy's girl in a good way.
I don't know if I'm a daddy or mommy girl, but I love them both.
Mommy and daddy girl.
Yeah, mommy and daddy.
They all have their roles.
Mom is for the emotional side, I would say, you know?
That's a good balance.
Yes, balance.
That's the goal. All of us wants to be daddy's kids. Raise up your hand if you do not want your kids to enjoy your money. See?
I know. The whole point of making money if you have a family is to bless your kids with things.
So if you see someone that is in that situation, be grateful for them because yours is coming if you stick to what you're doing and you believe in yourself. Anyways, is there any other question you feel that I haven't asked you this interview that you want to share?
No, but I just feel like I want to add, since we're on this topic about family.
Yeah.
I always wanted to work really hard, and I think that I got this from my dad, my family in general. My dad really started from nothing.
He was a hustler.
Yeah, he had my brother, my mom. They had kids at a very young age. My dad really had to do everything possible to provide for us, and he's reached the highest of the highest levels in business. So seeing my father's path in that way always taught me that you really have to work hard for things. Even when you're blessed with things, you should never get comfortable. Yeah. Because losses come to everybody. You should never be really comfortable in a certain position. And I've seen my father struggle with things, and it taught me even more lessons that you should never be comfortable in your position and just stay where you are. There's always more to achieve, more to overcome. And pick your partner wisely. I mean, if my dad is where he is today, it's
wisely
because of my mom. My mom was invested into staying at home and really educating us while my dad was outside hustling. And I feel like together they built an empire, and I'm not afraid to say it. They really did build an empire and brought us to live in one of, the best cities in the world and offer us these opportunities. I just want to say how
Mashallah.
Blessed I feel and thankful for everything. And I really hope everyone gets to experience that.
or
yeah.
at least give it to your kids.
Exactly. 100%.
Shout out to We the Hustlers.
I need to also talk about you. I vibe with you very, very hard. This is one of the coolest people in Dubai. No joke. Can do literally anything, models, but also can get me to talk. Because honestly, I don't think I'm very talkative, but he really gets the fun side of me on the show.
You're making me blush around a button black so I can't see it. I appreciate that. I'm not good with compliments. Most of us aren't good with compliments, but I appreciate it.
Yes.
I always like to bring out the true meaning behind things that people are doing. There's no one you won't get to like if you know their story. Because we're all human beings. There's something we can relate to. If I know your story, I'm not going to hate you. I'm going to have love for you and I wish you the best, It was so much clouded in social media that we hide all these things.
Yeah.
And we are not who we really are, which just starts an endless cycle of negative emotions and energy.
I really thank you for saying that because I know we tried to get super personal on this show.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of personal we can't really get to. We have to keep a bit to ourselves. But I think that one thing that's also important is that no matter how hard things get, and I know that everybody says this, we've all been through tough times. And everyone around me, all my close friends, family know how hard I felt at some point, but I always tried to keep moving forward. And it's really important to know that you have purpose and some days are bad, but there's some days that are great and you're never going to forget them in your entire life. Live for those days, and
it takes one day for your whole life to
exactly.
change. If you keep on working.
Thank you.
It literally takes one day. I swear to God. And once that day comes, your life would change forever.
100%.
For your children, for your great-grandchildren, for your grandchildren. Just keep going till you reach that day.
Yes.
And it will come for sure. Can you help the person listening with some things that they can actually start doing that helped you? Actionable steps, stuff you recommend. It can be about fashion, it can be about music, about life, anything. Just
to help people make the next step.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, for a year, I was stuck in a rut in my life. I was not moving forward.
Yeah.
The steps I took to move forward was to really, first of all, have a proper circle around you. Cut off any person who adds negative energy, who just brings you unnecessary and unwanted energy. And try to have a routine. Wake up, do this, do that, studio time, Like, I like to stay busy. And that makes me feel mentally healthy. Because when I'm not like busy or not doing things, I fill my mind with negative thoughts and overthink. I mean, I overthink all the time. I'm literally a certified overthinker. I overthink everything. So I always try to keep myself busy, listen to music, because music is the essence of life. If you feel sad, trust me, I'm the biggest crybaby. I cry all the time. So whenever I feel like I need to let some of my emotions go out, I just put on music. If I want to listen to sad music, cry your eyes out. And then tomorrow is a beautiful day because all of that is out now.
100%.
So,
I like what she said about time blocking. I actually recently started doing that. You can just use Google Calendars. The time you wake up, put it there. The time you want to do something, put it there. You have an appointment with someone, put it there. Anytime before you do something, look at your calendar, see what you have.
I actually bought like a tiny ass old school calendar where you would there's a timetable and you would I would write down studio and then pool, even the dumbest stuff. Just
exactly. It's
make sure you have a schedule. It makes you feel important. I swear.
You're very correct. This is what the successful people do.
Yes.
They're so precious with their time because time is money. Time is energy.
Should not be wasted.
Exactly.
Do not waste your time.
Even if you're chilling, write down chilling time.
Me time.
Okay, me time. You feel me? Be very precious with your time. And I think that's the biggest take. Because then, now that you're time blocking and writing things, you see your life. Oh, I can add something to my life here. I can do something. I can take the next step. I have 6 hours free on Tuesday. Let me do something for 2 hours. You feel me? You can start adding stuff to your life. So definitely do it. It's free. I think Google Calendar is free. Apple Calendar is free. Just do it. Even to buy a notebook.
Old school vibes.
It works.
It's important that you said me time because I'm the type of person that beats myself up when I feel like I'm giving myself too much lazy time. But lazy time is the most important time.
Yeah.
Trust me, taking 3 days off, do nothing. Literally just watch Netflix, just be a blob on your couch. The fourth day, you're going to wake up full of energy, new ideas. At least for me, this works 100%.
Don't kill yourself for
Yeah.
having these days.
We all need these
You're
days.
human. Life is short. Chill.
Yeah, chill.
But then the
Trust
moment
me.
you feel uncomfortable, shit, that means you're meant to start doing something.
Exactly.
But do not blame yourself or be like, oh shit, I've been lazy. It's fine. Just start doing something as soon as possible.
Yeah. For anyone who's interested about my music or anything I'm doing or
Yeah.
where I'm DJing, it's really just keep up with my Instagram. Then on my Instagram, you can find my SoundCloud. Those are the two places where
Yeah.
that I use the most. TikTok, I'm trying. I really am trying. I don't know
We're
if I
all
feel a
trying
bit
to blow
old. I'm 22, but I swear to God, sometimes I feel like I just don't get it. So hopefully on TikTok, I'll try
Yeah.
to be more active on
You
TikTok.
can get the show at Get Exposed Show
Get
on
fucking
TikTok, on
exposed.
Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. Just type Get Exposed. It might be without E, so just Get Exposed because Instagram usernames are more taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone just takes them.
They
So,
take them and then they sell them.
I
That's like
swear,
a hustle.
It's annoying, I swear.
It's a whole hustle. It's a whole
Yeah.
business.
Do something new, do something different you haven't done in a while. And let me know what you did in the comment section and all social medias. I'm going to reply to you. Can't wait to hear from you. Leave a review if you enjoyed this episode.
Thank you to anyone who's listened to this and engaged in some
Yeah.
way.
Ciao. See you next week. Bye.